Hey everyone, Bri here, going to bring you a video on Octopath Traveler's Cotc. And this week we have Joshua. And we're also going to go over a bit of news that dropped. And actually, let's start with the news. So, according to what I read, they're going to be changing the pricing. So it says, hello from Octopath Traveler Champions of the Continent Developmental Team. It says, it was recently announced that global pricing updates would be implemented on another platform store in order to ensure fair and equal treatment of players on all platforms. We have decided to also adjust in-app purchase prices in Octopath Traveler on Google Play as well. In accordance with this, we will be performing shop maintenance during the time period below. During the maintenance, Ruby Shop and Special Shop functionality will be unavailable and players will be unable to purchase rubies, but other game content will be available. After this maintenance is complete, the prices of in-app purchases will be updated using pricing in the United States as a basis. As a result, pricing will be equalized to the United States in all other regions where Octopath Traveler Champions of the Continent is available. Started date, maintenance period 420. Starting date will be 421. And it doesn't actually give you numbers, what they're changing it to, but I'll showcase that as soon as that becomes available. And then also main story part 2 is now open as well. So grab your sacred seals and get ready to grind, boys. Alright, now let's get to Joshua. So, is Joshua good? End of video. Done. No. Joshua is a sword user. The problem with Joshua, as we're about to find out, is that, well, we kind of already have a Frost warrior that's very similar. However, he does raise his own sword damage. He also lowers speed. He can debuff other speed. And then physical attack up, raise speed up, blink of an eye. But again, you probably will have a dancer that can do these things. But if you don't, he's got a little niche role. His damage output, if you look at it, so like his highest damager is Amora's Rhapsody. Deal physical sword damage to single foe with a potency of 260, and have a moderate chance to inflict paralysis, which is okay, but a lot of bosses are immune to that kind of thing anyway, so it's not going to really help you there. He has a 3-hitter. It is single foe. And then he has an all-hit, ice, sword. But he doesn't, like, even with his ice, the highest that he can hit is a 2-hitter. So he's not going to be an icebreaker or usable for his ice damage anyways. So let's move on to passives. He raises speed of self by 30%. He's one fast son of a gun for the first 3 turns. Dynamic Allegro. During action selection, 20% chance to activate a skill twice. So that's okay, but not that big a deal. His fire resistance by 20 and ice 10. His ultimate is Compassionate Finale. It says deal physical sword damage to single foe 6 times. So here's a 6-hitting ultimate with a potency of 70 and raise his own physical attack by 10%, his sword damage by 10%. So, okay. He can break with sword with his ultimate quite heavily. It has 2 uses, so forth. And then his unlock is Love Journal, his accessory. Raise sword damage dealt by 10%. Limit from support skills and equipment increased by 30%. When breaking an enemy, lower their sword resistance by 20%. So actually, that's actually pretty good. So overall, like a 30% buff to sword damage. But again, he's not all that good overall. The only reason I would get him is collection purposes, and he is, if you've played Octopath Traveler 1 and beaten everything in there, you would know all about Joshua. So, it is kind of questionable, his morals. But, and then we could go over his battle real quick. So, his step 1 is a 150, the usual, like when they do a solid. It is free, with quotation marks. And there, like I said, you know me, I could go for halves and not have a problem, but it is nothing like the value here. Like, I haven't even summoned on these, and I probably should get on that, but these are the real. Like, if you haven't summoned on these, this is what I would recommend. Skip this guy. Skip him. If you're out of, like, half off summon or whatever you want to give it one go for it. But other than that, he's not that good, and we can pretty much move on from here. And I'll give you guys an update. So on this channel, I do plan on getting back to guide content with mid game, end game, grinding tactics. All that kind of stuff is coming. It's in the works. Hold on. I'll see you guys in the next one. Later.